Grainger knows that as the procurement coordinator at a manufacturing plant, you can count on auto reordering to have the PPE you need on hand.
Year-old boy is dead after an apparent dog attack in Gunnison. A 7-year-old boy is dead after an apparent dog attack in Gunnison. City leaders say officers were first on scene and had to act fast. Our Grace Metcalf spoke with the city manager and friends of the family.
City officials say officers were called out on February 4th and that 2 officers responded within minutes.
They were able to get there in an incredibly quick turnaround, and 2 of our officers responded. Upon arriving on the scene, unfortunately, we were in a position of needing to take action, and so one of our officers was in the position of needing to discharge their firearm, a single shot to stop the dog that was interfacing with a child. That shot did not hurt or harm the child, but it did stop the dog in action. And the other officer proceeded with CPR until our paramedics could arrive on the scene.
Since the attack, the community has been working together to support the victim's mom, Kirsten, or Kirky, and her other son.
As a good friend of hers, I wanted to support she and Uriah, her older son, and it's obviously a huge tragedy, and they're gonna need
this lady, this mother. She deserves to be punished, not rewarded. Punished. First of all, you endanger your kids by bringing this lethal inbred mutant predator into the home. That's first of all. Second of all, why did you have to wait for the cops to show up to stop that dog from attacking this boy? Because you did not have protection in the home. Where's the Roscoe? Where's the ratchet, lady? You bring a deadly predator inside your home and you don't have anything to protect yourself or your family with. Just in case that thing turns on you. Don't tell me you've never heard of dogs turning on their owners. In my opinion, at the very least, any parent that does not have a Roscoe, does not have a pipe inside the home, just in case your dumb, mutant, inbred mutt attacks people in the home, you are a brain dead individual. I am fed up with these brain dead, non-thinking, airheaded, seemingly drug addict acting people. What is wrong with y'all? No. Has she not acquired this killer, her son would be alive. And he might be alive if she would at least been smart enough to keep something in the home to use on the dog just in case it turned. Should be thrown in prison. Tell me no charges. And this is what I'm saying. Based on the endangerment laws, she should be thrown in prison. But because this is a dog, there are no charges. And in fact, she's getting $150,000 to buy a new home.
all the support they can get.
Klein says the money will go towards funeral costs for Leelan, as well as paying for a new home for Kirky and her son.
A new home for the mother and her remaining son. So this is the era we live in. Sacrifice your kids for a bag. You know how many dirtbag mothers and fathers there are out here in the world pondering over whether or not they should do this as well? A new home for what? What's wrong with the home you're living in? Huh? How in the world are you going to try to capitalize over his death by buying a new home? Are you kidding? Buying a new car. You may as well buy a new car. Also, to buy a new wardrobe. It's probably what you're going to end up getting. Lady trying to pay cash for a house? You think you deserve that? After your negligence, your irresponsibility? You know dogs get teeth. You know what they do. You brought it in the home anyways. You should be punished. No sympathy. I ain't got no sympathy for this lady or none of these other parents who do this and turn around and expect sympathy. Should be punished.
With the goal of raising $150,000, the community is about 85% there.
I'm just absolutely taken back by how amazing our community and outside of our community has been. Just the amount of kindness.
Money. No, not money, just kindness.
And giving is just really powerful.
Klein described Leelan as a sweet, affectionate, kind, funny, and great kid.
He must not have been that great in the eyes of the mother, or else she would have never brought a lethal predator around him. Don't give me that BS. I'm sick of y'all's BS, you nutters. They want to turn around. Oh, he was so nice and quirky. Shut up. Want to turn around and act like they value their kids. You value that dog. You value the dog more than him. You chose the dog over him. You bring dogs in the house, you sacrifice the kid's safety because none of them are able to take that dog. In a fight, the dog will always win. You sacrificed them. Call it what it is. You sacrificed your kids for a worthless mutt. That worthless piece of trash dog was up for adoption. Look at this. This is the last chance for the dog. Please read below if you're willing to work on rehabilitating this sweet boy. What did this dog need rehabilitation for? Ask the mother if she knew about this. Is this the ad she read? Here's that worthless piece of trash, inbred mutant, mutt, turd face monster. So I wanted to update this amazing community about this worthless mutt. It's settling into our home as our newest foster baby. Again, she should be punished. You should be thrown in prison. You're going to equate this thing and put it on the same level as your babies, as your kids. That's a dangerous level of stupidity and delusion, and you should be imprisoned. Look at this. I have 2 sons. She's talking about the dogs. He went to work with me yesterday. Look at this. Today, this big sweet baby, God, this is why I hate dogs and I hate dog culture. These are not babies. They're not human. They're literally trash organisms. Because they are all inbred mutants that did not emerge on this planet naturally, that's what they are. Trash that shouldn't exist. And they demonstrate why they're trash and why they shouldn't exist and don't deserve nothing, food, don't deserve water, shelter. They deserve to be driven into extinction by all world governments. So you're going to buy a new house. Look at this. We fought long and hard to save them. We need your help. We're seeking $55 sponsorships from 12 people to cover this dog's training sessions. Huh? You gotta be kidding me, man. Look at this. The Montrose Bully Breed Club can cover for a few of the training sessions, but we need at least 9 sponsors before we can move forward. There you go. These are the real scam artists. So pathetic. Why should you need donations to train a dog? Why don't you just train it? Just train it. Bunch of con artists. And these nutters, they're there for it. Look at this. Introducing our charming mutt, a pit bull terrier with a hint of boxer. At 3.5 is neuter, vaccinated, in shape, and it weighs 86 pounds. It's the epitome of enthusiasm. Active, friendly, confident, clever. Oh, you forgot deadly. You forgot lethal. Huh? You forgot that these things are also the #1 enemy of youngsters. Those 12 and under. They attack that demographic more than they attack any other demographic. Look at this. Although this mutt may exhibit some resource guarding behavior, it's best to feed it separately from other dogs. Yeah, listen to that. That's how they describe aggression. Resource guarding behavior. Dog culture, just please die. You produce disgusting scenarios, people, and I'm sick of it. Look at this. He's more than happy to sit patiently while waiting to be fed. This playful guy has a knack for toys that squeak or make noise. Loves splashing around in water. Is always eager to learn new tricks for food. Enjoys the company of other dogs, but has a strong prey drive. so it isn't suited for homes with cats or small animals, but you don't include kids in that? Your brain dead mother goes and acquires one, this same one? I mean, look at how irresponsible that is. This was published December 17, 2025. Why didn't the mother read this? And if she read it, why didn't she process it correctly? Huh? Like I said, a bunch of airheaded people. People are just dingbats in this era. Brain dead and all. Look at this. This mutt's heart is as big as his personality. He's fantastic with children and adores everyone he meets. Yeah, this is why I hate dogs. I hate dog culture. And I can't wait until all dogs are gone. I don't care what type of withdrawal symptoms you dog worshiping addicts have. That's ridiculous. A true cuddle bug, he'll shower you with kisses and affection. While he may jump up with joy when he sees you, a simple command of off will have him listening right away. He walks beautifully on leash without pulling. These people are sick. Dog culture is sick. I will always, want nothing to do with these people, man. Don't reach out your nasty, disease-infested hand to shake mine. Just get out of my face. Get out of my face. You're this dumb and airheaded, brain dead. Just beat it, man. I would say that you're costing people their lives, but we should be specific. You're costing kids their lives, sicko. You nutters. Shout out to Padu. Shout out to Padu in the super chat. Thanks for fighting the good fight against these mutants. Yeah, man, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. I mean, there is nothing more evil and sinister than dog culture. Just the way it's carried out. The number of people that these dogs go through before they end up in someone's home. That is mind-blowing to me. There are really this many people out here. And let's say you're a dog person. Let's say you are a dog person. You're getting a bully breed. You have youngsters in the home. You mean you don't at least do a little bit of research? You don't at least have a weapon? Don't tell me you've never heard of dogs turning on their owners. Don't tell me that. But this is the airhead era. This is the brain dead era. And this is where we are. I think we've heard enough about this worthless, good for nothing, inbred mutant. You know, they should update us on the new house. You've already shared with us, that she wanted the GoFundMe for a new house. Should give us an update. Let us know how, the upkeeping of the house is, how well furnished it is, and this new lavish life. Well, that second son, he better be careful. He better be careful. Huh? Man, you better get out the home as soon as possible. I'd be afraid to be a child in this era. Could you imagine being 8, 9, 10 years old and catching these news broadcasts and being a dog culture critic, maybe following dog attack reports, how afraid you be seeing these types of stories pop up, knowing full well you could be next. You be laying in bed at night, sound asleep, and the door cracks. In comes a dog, and then the door closes and locks. Yeah, this is the era of demons. People are on demon time. How ironic, right? Isn't that the saying in this era, to be on demon time? Don't you have a bunch of these youngsters, gangsters, calling themselves demons? Don't you see a bunch of demonic shows and plays, music videos? Yeah, this is the era of demons. And dog culture is straight up and down demonic. And it should die off ASAP. Shout out to all of you able to join me for this brief live stream. And I hope you can join me on the next as we continue with this crusade.